My daughter told me I destroyed her childhood by forcing her into beauty pageants at age 5. So I asked her one question that changed everything. Ivy was the most beautiful baby I'd ever seen. Perfect blonde curls, huge blue eyes, dimples when she smiled. When she was 5, I entered her in her first Little Miss Sunshine pageant. She won Grand Supreme. I thought this was our ticket to something bigger. I'd been a pageant girl too. Started at 7, competed until I was 18. Never won the big titles. Always runner-up, never the queen. My mother spent our grocery money on entry fees. I never blamed her. She was trying to give me opportunities. That's what I told myself I was doing for Ivy. By the time Ivy was 10, we were doing 30 pageants a year. I pulled her from public school to homeschool so we could travel. Her bedroom was wall-to-wall trophies. 400 crowns hanging from ceiling racks, custom gowns that cost $3,000 each. Wake up at 5 a.m. for hair and makeup practice. Spray tan every Tuesday. Dance lessons, voice lessons, modeling coaches. Her childhood was hotels and convention centers and backstage chaos. She won everything. By 13, she'd won Ultimate Grand Supreme at Nationals 3 times. Pageant magazines, sponsorship deals. Other moms asked me for advice. My daughter was everything I'd never been. The crack started at 15. She'd zone out during makeup, started forgetting routines, gained 8 pounds. I pushed harder, monitored her meals, made her run every morning. Just until regionals, I'd say. But there was always one more crown to chase. The breaking point came 3 months before her 18th birthday. Big pageant coming up, $800 entry fee already paid. 2 weeks before, I went to wake her for practice and found her bedroom completely destroyed. Every single crown shattered. Trophies broken, dresses cut to pieces. And Ivy, sitting in the middle of it all, head shaved, completely bald. "I'm done," she said, voice calm. "I'm not your doll anymore." I screamed about the money I'd spent, the opportunities she was throwing away, how ungrateful she was. She just sat there, bald and surrounded by destruction, and said, "I didn't have a childhood, Mom. I had a career I never asked for, and I hate you for it." After everything I'd given her, the second mortgage for pageant fees, the marriage that fell apart because my husband said I cared more about crowns than our family, and she hated me. We didn't speak for 2 weeks. She stayed with her dad. My sister Rachel found me crying in Ivy's empty bedroom. "She's ungrateful," I said, after everything I did for her. "Did she ever ask you to do any of it?" Rachel asked quietly. I called Dr. Walsh, a family therapist. The first session was brutal. Ivy talked about never having friends because we were always traveling, about the eating disorder she'd hidden since she was 12, about panic attacks when she smells hairspray. "I don't know who I am when I'm not on stage," she said. "You made me into this performing robot." Dr. Walsh asked, "Ivy, what did you want to be before pageants?" Ivy started crying. "I don't remember. I was 5. I don't remember ever being anything except a pageant girl." Dr. Walsh asked me to write down why I'd started. I wrote about opportunities, about the life I dreamed of, but the truth hit me. I'd been living through her. Every crown she won was the crown I'd never won. I was using her to heal myself. "I thought I was giving you everything I never had," I told Ivy. But I was repeating exactly what my mother did to me. Ivy looked at me, bald head, still jarring, eyes empty. Sometimes I dream about those pageants. And in my dreams, I'm still trying to win, trying to make you proud. Even in my sleep, I can't escape you. Dr. Walsh had us do an exercise. Ivy described her ideal life: regular high school, photography club, part-time job at a bookstore, wearing sweatpants and no makeup, being average and invisible and normal. That's when I asked the question that changed everything. "Ivy, if you could go back and choose, would you rather have had a normal childhood with no pageants, no trophies, no crowns?" The silence lasted forever. Then Ivy looked at me, tears streaming, and said, "Yes, every single time, yes. I'd give back every crown if I could have just been a kid. If I could have just been your daughter instead of your project." She paused. "The question is, would you have loved me without the crowns?" I couldn't answer right away because I didn't know. Had I loved Ivy or had I loved winning Ivy? "I want to learn to love you as you are," I finally said. "Not as I need you to be." Ivy's hair grew back into a short pixie cut. She's at regular high school now, works at Cornerstone Books, joined photography club. Last week she showed me photos of abandoned buildings. Nothing like pageant photos, just raw and completely her own. I'm learning my daughter is quiet and loves books and hates attention.